Hey guys, what's up? It's iPhone here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to get the Nidus Warframe in Warframe. Alright, so before we can even attempt to get Nidus and complete the Glass Gambit quest, spoilers, that's the quest that we have to actually complete to get Nidus, you actually have to complete the War of In. And if you don't know how to do that there's going to be a video in the top right hand corner of the screen which you can go ahead and click on and then, complete the War of In quest, so then you can continue on watching this video and get Nidus. The first step is to actually activate the Glass Gambit quest. To do this, just go ahead and head up to your codex section, activate the quest, and then head over to the relay and talk to the leader of the parent sequence. There's going to be a little bit of lore detailed in with this quest, and if you're not actually at your gaming PC and you want to listen to the lore, here's a little snippet of it. You can go ahead and skip it with the time that's on screen now.
Time is credit, Tenno, so we'll forego the usual formalities. We have a dire problem, you see, concerning the Mycona people. Have you heard of them? I see. Well, they are quite resourceful. Unusual, really. The Mycona earn a living by harvesting the biological products of the infested. A dangerous trade, and we Perrin have always given them fair value for their goods. But I've received disturbing news. That cleric of greed, Nef Anyo, has raided their colony, making off with more than just the resources they depend on. It seems he took, well, here, look at this.
The dark-eyed man smashed our colony gates and kidnapped us. Locked us in here. But I don't care. It's Mom and Dad I'm worried about. Without the gates, the mumblers will be coming. They'll get sick, they'll start to mumble too. That can't happen. Papa says I'm blessed, so maybe I should pray? I'll pray for the Tenno to come. I'll pray for the Tenno to save my family.
That's Niwa. She was taken along with several more Myconian children. Those who remain are under siege from the infestation. Before we can rescue Niwa and the other captives, we must first restore the Myconians' defenses. Our financial strength is useless against the mindless horde. We need Tenno muscle. Will you help Niwa's people? Such generosity! I knew the Myconians could rely on you, Tenno.
Once you've spoken to the parent sequence leader, he's going to give you a mission where you basically have to go and defend a few AI against infested while they close 3 doors on their ship. So it's going to be a completely infested ship. All you have to do is go meet the little AI people and defend them while they basically hack a terminal to close a few doors. That's all you have to do. So I recommend bringing a defensive frame, such as Nova or maybe even Vauban, with a weapon that is high in slash damage and have corrosive and fire damage equipped, such as the Orpheus Prime. After you complete this mission, this is where it's going to turn a little bit into a grind, as you have to complete the index, that event that we had not that long ago, a total of, I want to say 6 times. It might be a little more, but it might be a little less as well. I can't actually recall from playing this quest because I did it so late at night. It took me about an hour and a half because I had to actually go in, complete that many index missions, and I had to do it for like 3 rounds each, with the exception of one where you have to let Nefanu win on purpose because he begins cheating. That's kind of a little bit of a spoiler, but not so much. So basically all you're doing here is you're wagering credits and you're wagering what the parent sequence have in trade for the captive, the little girl that they're holding captive, that Nefanu has, or as I like to call him, Digibeard. So yeah, I think that's a pretty amusing name. Every index mission is pretty much the same with the exception of one where you're not allowed to basically like beat him by a long shot. You're not allowed to just like keep on capturing. You have to beat him within the margin of 10 points, so you're not allowed to have more than 10 points than him. So, just bring a defensive frame like Nova or Vauban, like I said, slow all the enemies, and just bring weapons that have magnetic damage and toxin damage on them. You should be good to go. I went in there with the Vekor Heck because I thought, well, there's going to be robotics in here which have a little bit of armor as well, so I might as well bring that there. So Vekor Heck with magnetic damage, toxin damage, and then all my damage mods, crit mods as well, the Prime Ravage and all that good stuff. And then that was basically what I used to fly through the index missions. The index missions really ruined this quest for me. It has a really great storyline, and I hope you enjoy playing through it. But once you do play through it and you get the Nidus blueprint, there is a little more to do after that, so make sure to stay tuned. At the end of the quest, you're going to be presented with the option to either cure the little girl of whatever disease it is that she has. I'm not going to really spoil it, so just go ahead and, you know, follow the storyline yourself. But you get to choose to either be a bad guy, a good guy, or stay neutral. I chose stay neutral, so here's my ending if you didn't, you know, get to witness all the endings.
Lotus, you may now return the child to her people.
She could be cured. Why return her? So she lives a shortened life surrounded by monsters?
Surrounded by family. Her people who honor her. Are you really going to impose your own value? Surrounded by family. Her people who honor her. Are you really going to impose your own values on these people you don't understand?
She only thinks this is what she wants. What you call tradition, others call indoctrination. If she comes to the relay and is cured, she'll be free to return to her people if that's her choice.
And the Myconians? Without the passing, their way of life will end forever. Their skills, their traditions, wiped out by a powerful outsider.
They'd have to adapt, yes. We'd do our best to protect them, as we do for all that suffer. Tenno, you've lived through similar obligations. What would you choose for Niwa?
I've returned to my people, but I've decided I will be the last Triuna. I want a future where all of the children can be happy. A new tradition. Papa is so proud of me. The last Triuna and greatest of all. The one that changed Myconians forever.
So once you completed the quest and got the Nidus blueprint, our next job is to go ahead and get the Nidus parts. To do this here, what we have to do is we have to go ahead and play the new Infested game mode called Infested Salvage. Think of this kind of like a reiteration of the Jordas Verdict raid, where you have to go ahead and kill all the infested, get the anti-serum, and then put it in the anti-serum injectors to sort of shield yourself from the contamination that's in the air. So what you want to do is basically do the same thing here, but think of it more like an infested interception, where we go ahead, kill all the infested, put the batteries in the little points which will make this bubble, which will protect you from that contamination, and then just hold it there for until like rotation C. So you have to play 4 waves of this, and then on rotation C you're going to get one of your Nidus parts. So just bring frames like Nova, bring frames like Vauban, bring frames like Necros to speed up the rate of which those little batteries drop, to sort of protect yourself even more and make it a lot simpler. Just defend and kill a lot. So my recommended team for this, definitely play it in co-op, would be Vauban, Ember, Nova, and Necros. That's probably one of the best teams that you can actually bring to do that there, because enemies are super slow, enemies will die really fast because of your Ember, you know, they're crowd controlled by Vauban and Nova, and then Necros will just basically speed up the rate of which you get those batteries and just make it a lot easier. So that is almost pretty much it for you getting Nidus. You just have to keep on doing that there until rotation C, so that's 4 waves or 4 rounds of that, let's call it Infested Interception. It's pretty simplistic, that's all you really have to do, and then you have to go ahead and obviously get the components to build Nidus. Don't really have any tips or tricks for that there, because I don't actually know the resource requirements off the top of my head. Should be very simplistic, like if there's mutagen mass or anything there, just go ahead and play ODD and you'll get those pretty quickly. That's where the drop rate for that is the highest. So, you know, go ahead, go there, do that there. And that is pretty much it for Nidus, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button below, and you want to see more Nidus gameplay, Warframe gameplay, gameplay of Warframes, weapon Warframe gameplays. You know, just leave a comment, tell me what you want to see next. I'll do it, I'll get it done, and you'll see it in the channel. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time, 6 PM UK time. Goodbye, and have a nice day.